Hello, YouTube land, and welcome to a deck building video, a sort of live deck building. Not before it became Bryn's Madhouse and it was just like a normal live deck building video. I'm going to be building a deck that we're going to be playing on YouTube this Friday because Bryn, Travis, and I are playing the Blob epic multiplayer scenario for the first time. So we're each building decks for it. I'm going to be building these decks in paper because we're playing in paper, but I figured, hey, let's build it here. And I'm live on Twitch while we're doing this, so we might as well also see... Sorry, I should go to this view. Much, much better. We should see if there's any fun ideas as we get this going. No one has decided on any investigators yet, so let's see if we can get any fun ideas. I do have one that's written on my whiteboard over there that I wanted to build, which was a Geared Up Zoey Samaras deck, which I think could be kind of fun to try out in paper. I always like Zoey. I think Zoey's just a blast. So right now, that's kind of what I'm thinking I want to do. But let's just like look at any investigators to see if there's any other ideas that ultimately interest us. Before it was Bryn's Madhouse, it was just Bryn's house. I mean, it's been Bryn's Madhouse. Like, we had a few normal ones, like when we built the Tony Morgan Borrowed Time deck and, like, the Mark Harrigan Armor of Ardennis deck, which were, like weird ideas, but were not exactly, like, the super strange ones that we eventually turned into. But, I mean, I love Bryn's Madhouse, which we should have another one coming up on the channel soon. You know what? I think we're going to try this. We're going to try this Zoey Geared Up Schaffner's deck. And because we're playing standalone, we get to put some experience. We get to put some experience in this. So let's get the musts. We need Geared Up. We need Geared Up. And we're going to need 2 Schaffners. We're going to need 2 of those. Do you know which scenario this will be in? Yeah, this is in Blob. We're doing Blob. Okay. So, Underworld support or not? Oh my god. Do we go even deeper? Like, do we go even deeper with this? Say we do this. Only having 1 Schaffner's is a little bit, like... It becomes even more important to hit, but, like, we can go pretty heavy on items in that case. So we want Backpack 2. We need Backpack 2, especially now that we know that that is how Geared Up works. So we can have that. We'll start with an Underworld support to kind of see how this whole thing comes together. But let's start here. Because it can leave Underworld support, because that was, it put us down a 25 card deck. Weapon of choice? Great question. Great question. Let's just see what other items that are interesting. Because obviously there's a bunch of good stuff here. We can also see our off-color items, right? We also can have some off-color items. Boxing gloves. Riot whistles an item. Probably not boxing gloves. Probably not boxing gloves. Okay. So I think what we want to do is let's look at our items in other colors, because maybe we can do some... Because maybe we can do some stuff with that. Could be a talisman. A talisman and protection, like, basically gets 2 of them, right? It basically just gets 2 of them. And if there's a seeker one... Doesn't look like there's a seeker one that's pretty necessary. Scroll of Secrets does take up a hand slot, and I'd rather my hand slots be for my weapons. And before anyone says that we're not going to do a forced learning deck, we could be a little bit cheeky and just do that. We could just do that. Wouldn't that be fun? That's a little bit cheeky. Let's do that. I'm down for this. I'm down for that. All right, so now we have like pretty much every color covered. We have pretty much every color covered. 2 of them we have to get out of our deck. But I mean, like, Schaffner's is there, Talisman is there. The guy in the Shrewd Analysis arc comes in and joins the gang up. It's true. On that note, we are going to run the gang ups. We are going to run the gang up. Only one of them. What are other synergy cards that we can run? Call for backup? I mean, we're gonna, right? We're gonna have to. Just to say we did. Just to say we did. And we're not really working too hard for it, in all fairness. Like, it's not like we're bending over backwards for this. Like, the Shrewd Analysis is really easy. The Underworld support is still up in the air, but we're gonna see. All right, so now we can go to looking at our weapons. And now at this point, now we want to go heavy on items here. We want to go heavy on items. So, look at the level 0 ones as well. Yeah, give me a Riot Whistle. I'll take a Riot Whistle. Grenades are a slotless weapon. That is the truth. Armor of Ardennis seems like a good time, doesn't it? But we have our backpack in there. But we might take armor. We might take the armor. I'm gonna need to pull out every single one of my fucking binders to build this deck. That's wild. That's wild. So what's our weapon of choice? I'm thinking this might be hard as an Underworld support deck. This might be tough. Because we want like a glut of items. We want like a lot of items. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want like a lot more than that. Talk me away from the cliff that is Survival Knife. Talk me away from the cliff that is the Survival Knife machete combo. My absolute favorite. 2 survival knives. My favorite thing in the world. I think Underworld support might actually be detrimental to this deck. I think Underworld support might be detrimental. So, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. Potentially. You know what? Let's keep building with the Underworld support and let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, alright. So give me the Survival Knife. You're also going to give me a machete. I'm easy to please. I'm easy to please. I like this I like this enchanted enchant weapon idea. like that. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need more. We definitely need more items. I mean, I think the grenades are a fun idea. They do cost 4, but they don't take up a slot. I'm not too worried about consistency, to be honest. I'm not too worried about consistency, and doing an enchanted blade for 3 experience is not really that exciting for me. Part of my ignorance, but why have shoot analysis if you can only have one-offs? It's so I can easily use stuff like this gang up, and I don't need to ever find it. So the synergy thing, for each different class among cards you control, I'll have the shoot analysis in play, and then it's just there having a good time. Same like with this call for backup. It means that I can basically pretty easily hit everything. The only one that I'm like going to be lacking on is the heal 1 horror from any cards, which is not really a problem too much. Okay, well, we're going to get a Holy Rosary probably. And I also probably want a Relic Hunter. Fine, I don't own that one. I get it. I get it. So we're at 19 experience right now. 29 is what I'm going to aim for, yeah. I'm going to aim for 29. I still have, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have room for 1 more off color, and it's probably should be an item. It probably should be an item. Are there any items in an off color that don't take up a slot, is my question. Liquid Courage. Liquid Courage does. Bandages does. Bandages is also actually probably pretty good. I'm going to take the bandages, actually. I think the bandages are pretty alright. I think the bandages aren't that bad. We need an ally for this deck. We definitely need an ally. But what should like our item thing be? We probably want our items to be like 1/3 of our deck at least. And we're already at 1/3, but we want to add a few more probably. What? This is an item? That's wild. I have no idea if there's humanoid enemies in If there's humanoid enemies in Blob? Are there any neutral items? There are neutral items, okay. These don't take up a slot. I'm going to channel my inner Bryn. I'm going to grab Painkillers and Smoking Pipe. Pipe and Painkillers. This is looking all right. This is looking go. This is the taboo list, so please pay my experience accordingly. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to want probably just beat cops are probably just the way we do this. We probably just want to beat cop. I mean, we also can go guard dog. We can go like that. So, like, in a perfect world, this gang up hits for 5 and 5, which is kind of nice. Which is kind of just a good time. We're gonna help the team out. We're gonna grab a stand together. I'm gonna spend the big money for upgraded stand together because this is gonna make like somebody at the table really happy. I mean, I think a well prepared could be fun here. Now I'm just putting stuff in here. I think the well-prepared's a better dream than it is actually fun. I think it's more of a better dream than it is actually good. So I need to add 7 more cards. We're probably pretty good on the item side, right? We're probably well-maintained your Schaffners. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, we're probably good for items, right? This is probably good. I mean, also well-maintained grenades. Yeah, we'll do it. Why not, right? And then I need 3 more experience. Well, we probably want some like skills and shit like this. That does sound fun, doesn't it? Let's do it. Let's have some fun, right? This is what one-shots are all about. This is what one-shots are all about. Okay. There's no other items. Like, are we good with the item shit here is what I'm wondering. We're probably fine, right? I could run a bandolier. We could run a bandolier in this as well. But no, we have a... I mean, we just played last off of it. Then we need to get another weapon, but we don't really need to. Like, our plan right now is, like, really, like, go nuts with the grenades, right? Four supplies on painkillers, let's go. Yeah, we'll get some skills. Give me a vicious blow. Give me an overpower. I can do a take the initiative. Nah, probably not take the initiative. Probably, yeah, daring is probably better. I need 2 more cards. I mean, I can grab like a... I'll take a Glory. I think Glory's good. And give me... Probably just an Unexpected Courage. Okay. So 12 of our cards are assets. Sorry, 14 of our cards are assets. Of those assets, item. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14. And these are all items. No, sorry, 12 of them. 12 of them. These guys are not items. These are humans and dog. Human and dog. I kind of want one more. Yeah, doggy dog. I kind of want... I think we got to make sure we hit this, right? So I think we're going to make some changes. I think we're going to make some changes to this. 12 out of 25 is a lot. No, I mean, it's a lot, but I want to make sure we live the dream. And I only get 1 shot, so if we miss on this backpack, that's a nightmare. First aid is slotless. It's a talent, though. It's not an item. It's a talent and a science. No, no, you're not dumb. You're a dreamer. So yeah, we have 5 cards in open hand. There's then 20 cards left. I mean, it's 50% of our deck. So like the only thing I'm thinking that we could also do is we could put like a Bandolier in, right? We could put a Bandolier in. And then we do that plan that Lord Blink said with the Enchanted Blade 3. We can then drop down to the regular Stand Together. I mean, realistically, this could be Bandolier on its own. It could be this. Then I need to cut 2 cards. Where did my Enchanted Blade go? Oh, there it is. It's down there. It's in other. So I can drop... Realistically, now I can drop the Prepared for the Worst. That's an easy thing. And also then... it's probably gonna be Daring. It's probably gonna be Daring. Enchanted Blade plus Enchant Weapon plus Talisman gets into an Arcane slot issue. I'll solve that when I get there. Honestly, I'm gonna solve that when I get there. The odds of me needing to play all 3 and it's requiring me to win the game is very minor that it doesn't even concern me. And like realistically, this Talisman of Protection is just here for the purple, and if we don't have the purple, that's okay. We're gonna be fine. The Talisman of Protection is just here for the memes of call for backup and gang up, hitting for 5 and 5. Yeah, I don't think I'm too concerned about that. This is a very not Justin deck. But part of playing games is getting better at games and trying different things in games. And I like trying different things. And this is a different thing. Yeah. Safeguard is another thing to consider. Yeah. I don't know what I'd cut for Safeguard. I think I'm a little bit less worried about Safeguard because I have the Survival Knife. If I was going to get Safeguard, I'd want the level 2 version. And I don't know what I'd kill for that right now. Apparently the blob map is huge. Okay, we'll consider it. Let's see. All right, we'll put this guy in. What do we cut for this? I'm not cutting items. I'm not cutting items. I cut Bandolier for anything else. So exactly do you need 3 hands for? So we can hit on our Geared Up. If we're playing 2 items with our Geared Up and our Geared Up deck that we built around, we failed, right? So like I want to play all the items I can, and that probably requires a Bandolier to just like we just need to have items for consistency. Like we want to hit on our first go, and 12 was not enough for me to feel comfortable with that. But it just wastes $1. Even if it hits, who cares? I do. Like, I want to play 5 items off the top, right? You want to get everything out there. Yeah, and this Safeguard, I mean, if the maps are as huge as you say, they could be good. No, you want to, yeah. I want to play like every item out of, as many items as I can out of my deck on turn 1. That's the goal. And realistically, we want to be able to just like then at this point keep cycling our deck, right? Like with all of our items in play, we want our deck to be point. And we want to play like a gang up every like 3 turns. That's like the dream if we can do something like that. We're going to go big. I think we can just spend... I think we can just like, let's do 39 experience. There's nothing stopping us. There's nothing stopping us, yo. Because I mean, like, if we're gonna go big, we make the rules on this channel. We can say whatever the frick we want. Might as well just buy a better gun. Man, guns kind of suck, huh? Yeah, enchanted blade. Don't want to play the hammer. The hammer's boring at this point. Frick it. Let's do it. Drop the enchanted blade. Replace it with the butterfly swords. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be a good time. We're just gonna cut things up. It's gonna be a wild time. All right. Now we have the pleasure of still having 3 experience to spend. Now we drop the charisma. Boom. And now I have to cut a card. I think the unexpected courage can go. I think this might be it. Albeit, the upgraded bandolier gives us 2 hand slots, and it also gives us a brain. I mean, I can realistically drop this emergency cache and just make it like a regular guy. Right? It could just be like the normal one. We lose the supplies for the grenades, but like that's not really a problem. Alternatively, we can also drop this well-maintained. It's kind of just a meme. We can grab emergency cache 2. We can go like this. And then I have to bring in 1 more card. We can bring the unexpected courage back in. I don't want the revised core because then it gives me the question mark and I feel all awkward. Zoey and the Blob. Deck's loaded. So now on our, for items, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 50, yeah. Oh yeah. That's the deck. Now I have to build it in paper. I think the deck's going to be a good time. I think it's going to be a good time. Realistically, this riot whistle doesn't need to be here, but I'm going to take it. Oh, sorry. This is not an item. This is a human. This is a talent. So 1 less than I said. It was like 14 now? 14 out of 25? You'll love to see it. We are going to have 3 weaknesses, which is going to make the cycle dream a little bit better. A little bit worse, sorry. But maybe we'll get something out of it. Maybe we'll get something, we'll get like a little bit, we'll get lucky on those. That would be nice. Okay. Well, I'm going to save the deck. And then I'm going to build it in paper and roll my weaknesses there. An enemy would be great. Yep, an enemy would be good. Maybe we can get like a... Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get through the gates or whatever that one is. I always get that. I'm probably gonna get the cultist who puts curses in. I get that one a lot too. Yeah. Just have it be 2 tarot weaknesses and a dead it so they get out of the deck. Yeah. Even 1 tarot weakness would be a good thing that I can just like get rid of and then like have it sit there. I think the deck's gonna be fun though. I think it's gonna be a fun deck. And we're gonna see how it goes. Look at this curve. Oh my god, this is the funniest curve I've seen in all of these decks. Just zoop. Just like the perfect... That's funny. That's funny. Sweet. Alright, well that is it for this video on YouTube. Thank you so much for everybody who hung out and watched it. I haven't done one of these deck builds for some gameplays. You know, that's not a curve, that's a tent. That is funny. I haven't done one of these deck building gameplays in a while. So for like gameplay coming up. So I had a good time with that. You'll be able to see this video, this gameplay itself on Friday when Travis, Bryn, and I play the Blob. So look forward to that. That gameplay video is going to be hitting the channel then. For people on Twitch, that's going to be 2 Fridays from now. You know, YouTube time works differently. Huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel. We really appreciate the support, and for everyone who is watching here on Twitch and also here on YouTube. Have a great one, and as always, a GG's.